Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers. Today we're diving into the top 4 most valuable and expensive commemorative 50-cent coins of Australia. These coins are not only pieces of metal, but also pieces of history, marking milestones and national events. What makes them exciting is that collectors are willing to pay big dollar values for the right coin in the right condition. Let's get started. First up, the 1998 Australian commemorative 50-cent coin is not just another coin. It is a celebration of exploration, courage, and the spirit of discovery. Issued to mark the 200th anniversary of the discovery of Bass Strait, this coin shines a spotlight on two extraordinary men, George Bass and Matthew Flinders, who changed the way Australia saw itself and the world. In its striking design and bold symbolism, this coin tells a story of adventure written across the seas and carved forever into Australian numismatic history. The reverse design, created by the talented Vladimir Gottwald, is a masterpiece of storytelling. It features portraits of George Bass and Matthew Flinders, the brave explorers who uncovered the crucial waterway separating Tasmania from mainland Australia. Alongside them, a map shows Tasmania and the southern coast of Australia, with a line tracing the very route they took on their voyage of discovery. The bold inscription, Discovery of Bass Strait 1798 to 1998, frames the achievement, making the coin a miniature monument to exploration. The lettering on the coin reinforces its historical significance. Around the portraits and map, you will find George Bass, Matthew Flinders, Sydney, and the bold denomination 50 at the center. Every word and symbol works together to tell the story of courage, perseverance, and the extraordinary legacy of exploration that shaped modern Australia. On the obverse, the coin carries the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait, first introduced in 1999, marked a shift to a more realistic and contemporary representation of the Queen. It tied Australia's modern commemorative issues to the continuity of the monarchy, while allowing the reverse to shine as the true centerpiece of the design. From a technical perspective, this coin follows the standard 50-cent Australian specification. It is struck in cupronickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, giving it durability and a distinctive silvery tone. It weighs 15.55 grams, measures 31.51 millimeters in diameter, and is struck with the iconic 12-sided dodecagonal shape that instantly sets it apart from round coinage. These features not only make the coin practical, but also give it presence and identity in the collector world. The mintage of the 1998 Bass and Flinders 50-cent coin was in the millions, as it was released for general circulation. However, as with many commemorative issues, the uncirculated versions and proof strikes from the Royal Australian Mint are far scarcer and command higher premiums. Circulated examples in black or dark-toned condition are common, but coins in excellent, uncirculated quality are significantly rarer and far more valuable. The historical importance of this coin cannot be overstated. The discovery of Bass Strait in 1798 was a turning point in Australian exploration. It not only confirmed Tasmania's separation from the mainland, but also dramatically improved navigation and trade routes. By celebrating this discovery in 1998, 2 centuries later, the coin links Australia's modern identity to its adventurous past. Collectors see it as a tangible connection to history, a piece that bridges exploration, national pride, and the art of coin design. In terms of collector demand, the coin enjoys strong popularity. The combination of recognizable figures, Bass and Flinders, with a detailed map and route line makes it visually distinct and historically engaging. Commemoratives that celebrate exploration are always in demand, and this one is no exception. Many Australians remember first seeing it in their change and putting it aside, meaning that today, pristine examples are less frequently found in circulation. The current market value of this coin varies depending on condition. A well-circulated coin may only be worth face value, around 50 cents. However, in very fine to extra fine condition, the coin can fetch between $2 and $5 from collectors. Uncirculated examples, especially those from mint rolls or mint sets, can be worth $10 to $20, and proof versions can exceed $50 depending on rarity and demand. Error coins, such as misstrikes, double strikes, or off-metal errors, are even more valuable and can reach hundreds or even thousands of dollars. What makes this coin exciting for collectors is its investment potential. While the mintage was not extremely low, time works in favor of those who hold onto pristine examples. As coins wear out, get lost, or remain tarnished in black, circulated condition, the number of high-grade survivors dwindles. This scarcity drives value upwards, meaning today's modest value coin could be tomorrow's hidden treasure. The emotional and cultural impact of this coin also fuels demand. Australians take pride in their explorers and the spirit of discovery, and this coin captures that essence perfectly. It appeals not just to coin collectors, but to historians, teachers, and everyday Australians who appreciate the story behind the currency they once held in their hands. For many, it's more than money. It's a piece of national identity. Nostalgia plays a major role too. Many Australians who were children or young adults in 1998 recall this coin appearing in their change. Families saved them, kids swapped them at school, and some were tucked away in jars as special coins. Now, decades later, people revisit these memories and begin to actively seek out well-preserved examples, giving the coin renewed popularity in the marketplace. For serious numismatists, the 1998 base straight 50-cent coin represents a cornerstone of modern commemorative issues. Its combination of historical depth, artistic design, and broad circulation makes it an essential addition to any collection. Whether held for investment, nostalgia, or national pride, its appeal stretches across audiences. The dream of finding a high-grade or rare error variety keeps collectors searching, adding excitement to the hunt. The 1998 Australian commemorative 50-cent coin honoring the discovery of base straight is a true numismatic treasure. In black circulated condition, it may look humble, but in excellent or proof quality, it shines as a rare collectible with growing value. Its powerful design by Vladimir Gottwald, its tribute to explorers Bass and Flinders, and its historical significance make it one of the standout coins of the late 20th century. And who knows, if you uncover a rare error or a flawless mint specimen, this little piece of change could be the one that transforms your collection and maybe even make you a millionaire. Next up, the 2005 Australian 50-cent commemorative coin is more than just metal struck into currency. It is a symbol of memory, sacrifice, and history. Struck by the Royal Australian Mint, this coin was issued to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II, a conflict that shaped the modern world and left an indelible mark on Australia's identity. Unlike ordinary circulation coins, this piece carries deep meaning, representing a nation's gratitude to those who served and those who gave their lives in the war. The reverse design is hauntingly beautiful. Created by the talented designer Wojciech Pietranek, the imagery shows a solemn military cemetery scene, rows of crosses marking soldiers' graves, with two soldiers and a priest standing in quiet remembrance. This powerful visual tells a story without words: the human cost of war, the respect paid to the fallen, and the enduring importance of remembrance. It is not flashy, but it is unforgettable. The words inscribed, World War 1939 to 1945 Remembrance, frame the design with dignity, while the denomination 50 cents is placed with restraint. On the obverse side, the coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait, introduced in the late 1990s, became one of the most widely recognized representations of the Queen on Australian currency. Its realism contrasts with the symbolic and emotional reverse, linking the authority of the crown with the remembrance of those who served under it. The specifications of this coin are identical to the standard 50-cent coin, yet its purpose elevates it beyond everyday currency. It is struck in cupronickel, 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a weight of 15.55 grams, a diameter of 31.51 millimeters, and the distinctive dodecagonal, 12-sided shape. The edge is smooth, and the coin's large size provides the perfect canvas for Pietranek's moving design. Unlike many modern commemoratives, this one carries a sense of silence and solemnity. It is less about celebration and more about remembrance. When the Royal Australian Mint released this coin into circulation, Australians were immediately struck by its emotional resonance. For veterans, their families, and ordinary citizens alike, This coin became a tangible reminder of the sacrifices made by thousands of Australians during World War II. It was more than change in your pocket. It was history carried in your hand. Many people set these coins aside as keepsakes, ensuring that uncirculated examples became scarcer over time. The mintage for the 2005 Remembrance 50-cent coin was in the millions, which means it was widely distributed in circulation. However, its survival in high grades is another matter. Circulated examples are common, but finding a coin in very fine condition or better has become increasingly difficult. Collectors particularly prize uncirculated and proof editions, which were released in special collector sets by the Royal Australian Mint. These coins, kept carefully since 2005, have retained their sharp details and original luster, making them highly desirable on the secondary market. In terms of market value, the coin's price varies depending on its condition. A circulated example in average condition may still trade close to its face value, 50 cents. However, in very fine condition like the one you've described, it typically sells for $2 to $5. Coins in uncirculated condition often fetch $10 to $20, while proof versions can easily exceed $50, especially when in their original packaging. And if you happen to come across an error coin, say a mis-strike, double strike, or off-metal strike, the value can skyrocket into the hundreds of dollars, since errors on commemorative issues are extremely collectible. The symbolism of the design also enhances the coin's appeal. Many commemorative issues celebrate events or organizations, but the 2005 Remembrance coin touches on something universal, the human cost of war. For this reason, it resonates not only with numismatists but also with history enthusiasts, veterans' families, and Australians who simply value the importance of honoring the past. This emotional connection ensures that demand remains strong and continues to grow with time. Collectors often remark that this coin has an almost metal-like quality rather than that of everyday currency. The imagery of a military cemetery and the presence of a priest imbue it with a spiritual weight that other coins lack. It stands as both a reminder of sacrifice and a symbol of Australia's enduring gratitude. As the decades pass and the living memory of World War II fades, coins like this will only become more treasured as historical artifacts. From an investment perspective, while a single coin may not instantly make you a millionaire, the long-term trend shows steady value growth. Numismatics is as much about history as it is about profit, and coins like the 2005 Remembrance 50-cent issue tend to rise in value precisely because of their emotional and historical importance. Imagine holding on to a pristine example for another 20 or 30 years. The rarity will increase dramatically, and so will its desirability. The collector demand today remains very high. Many Australians regret spending these coins when they first entered circulation, unaware of their future appeal. Others deliberately hoarded them, recognizing their significance. Today, most serious collectors of Australian 50-cent coins consider the 2005 Remembrance issue a must-have piece. Without it, a collection feels incomplete, as it represents one of the most powerful designs of the modern era. What makes this coin even more fascinating is the story of its designer, Wycheck Pietranic. A master engraver at the Royal Australian Mint, Pietranic is also known for designing the reverse of Australia's Olympic gold medals. His sensitivity to symbolism and emotion is clearly on display here. He created a coin that doesn't just commemorate, it speaks. Every detail, from the positioning of the soldiers to the quiet reverence of the priest, conveys the dignity of remembrance. The 2005 Australian 50-cent Remembrance coin is a perfect example of how numismatics connects art, history, and memory. It is a piece that goes beyond monetary value, touching hearts as well as wallets. Whether you are a collector, a history enthusiast, or someone who stumbled upon one in your change, this coin is a reminder that even the smallest objects can carry the greatest stories. And so, in very fine condition, your 2005 Remembrance coin stands not just as an item of currency, but as a piece of living history. It may be worth a few dollars today, but its true value lies in the story it tells and the respect it commands. And who knows? As the years pass, it could indeed become one of those coins that pushes collectors' markets higher, possibly even making its owners far wealthier than they ever imagined. Next up, the year was 1978, and Australia was still in the relatively early years of its decimal currency system, which had been introduced in 1966. The 50-cent coin had already become one of the largest and most distinctive coins in circulation, instantly recognizable by its 12-sided shape. By this year, Australians had fully embraced the cupronickel dodecagonal coin, and the 1978 issue was struck in significant numbers for everyday use. While it may not have been introduced as a commemorative piece, the 1978 50-cent coin still holds a place of importance in the broader numismatic landscape of the country. The reverse design of the 1978 50-cent coin is iconic. Created by Stuart Devlin, the official goldsmith and jeweler to Queen Elizabeth II, the coin features the striking Australian coat of arms. At the center sits the shield, divided into 6 sections, each representing one of Australia's states. To the left stands the proud kangaroo, and to the right, the dignified emu, 2 native animals that also symbolize progress and forward movement, as neither can walk backward. Above the shield is the 7-pointed Commonwealth star, representing Australia's unity under a federal system. The background detail of ornate scrollwork adds depth and richness, giving the coin a sense of importance. The obverse design of the coin bears the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, created by Arnold Machin. This portrait, which was used on Australian coins between 1966 and 1984, shows the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. It's an elegant and youthful depiction, very different from later portraits of Her Majesty that emphasized her maturity and long reign. This portrait connects the coin firmly to its historical era and adds an additional layer of collectible charm. In terms of specifications, the 1978 50-cent coin follows the standard format for the dodecagonal issues. It is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silvery appearance, though many examples in circulation today have toned darker or even black due to oxidation, handling, and age. The coin weighs 15.55 grams, measures 31.51 millimeters in diameter, and is 2.55 millimeters thick. The edge is smooth, making it easy to identify by touch, and its large size has always made it a standout piece among circulating coins. The mintage of the 1978 50-cent coin was quite high, with over 25 million coins produced for circulation. This means it is not considered rare in general terms. Most Australians who used coins daily in the 1980s and 1990s would have handled one of these pieces. Because of this, circulated examples in blackened or worn condition, like the one you've described, are extremely common and usually worth only face value. However, this doesn't mean the coin is without interest to collectors. The rarity comes into play when you consider condition. While circulated 1978 coins are everywhere, finding one in excellent uncirculated condition with full luster and minimal marks is a different story. These high-grade examples are harder to find and often command premium prices. Collectors of date sets, the type of collectors who want one example of every 50-cent coin issued, seek out the sharpest examples possible, and this drives the demand for pristine 1978 coins. In today's market value, circulated examples like yours typically sell for 50 cents to $1, depending on wear and tone. Coins in very fine condition might reach $2 to $3, while uncirculated coins with strong details often sell for $10 to $20. Exceptional examples graded by professional services can fetch even more, sometimes exceeding $50. Rare error coins from 1978, such as double strikes, clipped planchets, or off-center strikes, can bring in hundreds of dollars, making them highly sought after by specialized collectors. One of the most fascinating things about coins like the 1978 issue is the emotional and historical connection they carry. This coin was in circulation during a period of great cultural and political change in Australia. It may have passed through countless hands, been part of everyday purchases, or even been present in people's pockets during important personal or national events. In this way, every coin tells a story far larger than itself. Collectors often note that coins in black or heavily toned condition, like your example, have a character all their own. While they may not bring high dollar values, they often serve as conversation pieces. For some, these darker toned coins are even more attractive than bright, shiny examples because they bear the marks of time. They are, quite literally, history you can hold. From an investment perspective, the 1978 50-cent coin is not the type of coin that will instantly make you a millionaire. However, its true value lies in completing collections, holding a place in history, and teaching collectors about the importance of condition and rarity. Over time, as pristine examples become scarcer, the value of high-grade 1978 coins is likely to grow steadily. The demand for Australian 50-cent coins continues to rise, as more people around the world discover the beauty and variety of the series. With numerous commemorative issues released over the years, collectors inevitably circle back to the core, non-commemorative issues like the 1978 piece. These form the foundation of any strong collection and ensure a steady market for coins from this era. What also makes the 1978 coin engaging is its role in the broader journey of Australia's 50-cent coinage. Just a decade earlier, the round silver 50-cent coin of 1966 had been replaced because of its high silver content. By 1978, the dodecagonal cupronickel coin was firmly established as the standard, and the 1978 issue reinforced its place as one of the most distinctive circulating coins in the world. Ultimately, while the black, circulated 1978 50-cent coin in your possession may not hold significant financial value, it is still a piece of Australia's cultural and numismatic heritage. It reflects the artistry of Stuart Devlin, the enduring symbolism of the coat of arms, and the everyday history of the late 1970s. In its own way, it is priceless because it connects you directly to the countless Australians who once used it, saved it, and passed it on. Whether kept as a curiosity, added to a collection, or simply appreciated for its design and story, the 1978 Australian 50-cent coin deserves recognition. It may not turn you into a millionaire overnight, but it carries something far richer, a legacy of national pride, artistry, and history struck into every detail. Next up, the year 1979 marked another chapter in the story of Australia's decimal currency. By this time, the 50-cent coin had already become a favorite among collectors and the public because of its size, weight, and iconic design. Struck in cupronickel rather than silver, the 50-cent coin was practical for everyday use while still maintaining an impressive and dignified look. The 1979 issue, though not commemorative, plays a vital role in the continuity of the series, linking the 1970s era to the booming commemorative releases of the 1980s and beyond. The reverse design of the 1979 50-cent coin carries the enduring symbol of Australia's national pride, the Australian coat of arms. Designed by the highly respected artist Stuart Devlin, the intricate detail of this design makes it one of the most admired coin motifs in Australian numismatics. The central shield, divided into 6 parts for each state, is flanked by the kangaroo on the left and the emu on the right, 2 creatures that cannot walk backward, representing progress and determination. Above rests the 7-pointed Commonwealth Star, a symbol of unity under the federal system. An ornate scrollwork fills the background, giving the design richness and depth. On the obverse, we find the graceful effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, crafted by Arnold Mackin. This portrait, used on Australian coins from 1966 until 1984, depicts the Queen with youthful elegance, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. For collectors today, this portrait is instantly recognizable and ties the coin to a very particular period of Her Majesty's reign. When placed side by side with later portraits, the 1979 coin becomes part of a fascinating timeline of Australia's connection to the monarchy. As for specifications, the 1979 50-cent coin conforms to the standard dodecagonal style. It is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silver-gray appearance, though in circulation many coins have developed darker or spotted tones over time. The coin weighs 15.55 grams, has a diameter of 31.51 millimeters, and a thickness of 2.55 millimeters, making it one of the largest and heaviest coins in everyday use. The 12-sided edge is smooth, making it both practical to handle and distinct from any other Australian denomination. In terms of mintage, the 1979 issue saw the production of around 25.8 million coins. This relatively high figure means that the coin is not particularly rare when it comes to circulation pieces. Most Australians alive during the late 1970s and early 1980s would have handled one of these coins in their daily transactions. However, like all decimal coins, the value lies not only in numbers minted but in the condition, survival, and collector demand for top-quality examples. When discussing rarity and condition, the story becomes more interesting. Circulated coins in very fine condition, such as the one you describe, are common and usually trade close to face value. However, finding pristine uncirculated examples is far more challenging. Coins that have survived with full mint luster, sharp details, and no scratches are much scarcer, and collectors will pay strong premiums for them. The black or tone versions may be less attractive to some, but others appreciate the character such aging brings. The market value of the 1979 Australian 50-cent coin depends heavily on grade. Circulated examples in very fine condition often sell for around 50 cents to $2. Coins in extremely fine or about uncirculated condition may reach $3 to $6, while full uncirculated coins can bring anywhere from $10 to $20 depending on eye appeal. Coins graded professionally and kept in pristine condition can sometimes command even higher amounts. Rare mint errors, such as missed strikes, clipped planchets, or double strikes, can fetch $100 to several $100s, making them the real treasures of the 1979 series. It is worth noting that, while the 1979 coin is not particularly rare, it remains an essential piece for collectors who want a complete date set of Australia's 50-cent issues. Completing such a collection is no small task, as it requires both circulation coins and commemoratives, making the 1979 issue an important link in the chain. Without it, the story of the Australian 50-cent series would be incomplete. From an historical perspective, the 1979 50-cent coin reflects a time when Australia was still solidifying its identity through symbols like the coat of arms. While later years saw an explosion of commemoratives celebrating everything from the Commonwealth Games to Federation, the 1979 coin represents stability and continuity. It was a coin that Australians could rely on daily, both functional and symbolic at once. Collectors are often drawn not only to coins of great rarity, but also to coins that capture the spirit of their era. The 1979 issue does exactly this. It carries with it the look and feel of late 70s Australia, a time of cultural growth, economic change, and national pride. For those who lived through it, handling one of these coins today can bring back nostalgic memories of a different age. The investment potential of the 1979 coin lies in condition and long-term demand. While you may not become a millionaire overnight from a single circulated example, the coin has steady collector appeal, especially in top grades. As time passes, fewer high-quality examples remain available, and their value gradually increases. Serious collectors and investors often seek out bulk lots to sort through in hopes of uncovering those elusive, well-preserved coins that can bring in far greater returns. When considering demand, it's important to remember that the Australian 50-cent series is one of the most widely collected series in the country. Every issue, whether commemorative or standard, plays a role in the bigger picture. Collectors new to the hobby start with circulation coins like the 1979 issue, and seasoned collectors look for upgrades in quality. This ensures that demand for the coin, even in the long term, will remain consistent. Ultimately, the 1979 Australian 50-cent coin is more than just a piece of pocket change. It is a symbol of national identity, an artistic creation by some of the greatest coin designers of the 20th century, and a collectible that ties into the broader history of Australian numismatics. It may not carry the immediate rarity of some commemoratives, but in its design, weight, and role in collections, it holds enduring value. And so, the 1979 50-cent coin may not make you a millionaire by itself, but its importance lies in being part of a greater story, a story of Australia, of currency, of artistry, and of memory. Every coin has its role to play, and the 1979 issue plays its part with strength, dignity, and lasting appeal. For collectors and history enthusiasts alike, it remains a treasure worth holding. Its design, weight, and role in collections, it holds enduring value. And so, the 1979 50-cent coin may not make you a millionaire by itself, but its importance lies in being part of a greater story, a story of Australia, of currency, of artistry, and of memory. Every coin has its role to play, and the 1979 issue plays its part with strength, dignity, and lasting appeal. For collectors and history enthusiasts alike, it remains a treasure worth holding.